leave?
Cut. There we go. All right, we're there. It almost cut us off.
Are we back?
Cut us off. All right, there we go. Question of the day.
Start over.
Yeah.
We're good.
I will repeat myself
Good.
because my question of the day shut us off.
Yeah.
And
Shut down
It was so horrible.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the question of the day, I'm staying with it.
Okay.
Hard or soft?
This guy. This guy.
This is why I cut the show. I know.
You actually should have just left it cut.
Thanks
If we
for
didn't have to
protecting me,
talk
Rick.
to the sheriff about
And I
important things today, I would have said just cut it.
I don't understand. I mean, I'm talking about tacos here, guys. I don't know.
Oh, so tacos.
Yeah.
Tacos.
I mean, today was actually National Chimichanga Day.
No quick play. Yeah, just cut.
Right back.
Oh, is Blake not in studio? Is he sabotaging us?
I know,
from the
right?
road?
What is going on?
That's Troy. Troy.
It's
It should be good now.
All right.
People are answering the question, though. That's fun.
I think we're back.
They don't even know what the real question is. The whole question is not hard or soft.
Hard or soft? We're still there. Stay with it. See if we get shut off again.
No.
But Pete,
Yeah.
what is your answer, sir? He's concerned about the broadcast here.
Cantaloupes?
Hard or soft is tacos?
Tacos.
That's
We're talking tacos. It is
Hard or
National
soft
Chimichanga
tacos?
Day, but no one wants to answer a question about a chimichanga.
Right.
So I went to tacos.
Okay.
I love
Is there a hard or
chimichanga.
soft chimichanga?
No, they're all like
You
kind
know-
of crunchy. And
It's really bad.
I'm
Really
interrupting
bad.
the show. Go ahead. Troy.
delicious.
I'm going to blow your mind here, but the reason
Whoa.
you guys, what is this shit?
Whoa.
You guys.
I wasn't expecting that.
I'm being really good over here.
I have forehead
I don't want
sweat.
to be on this riff-raff show.
You're the one you guys are the ones who took
I
it like
got
that.
big
This is
time now.
unbelievable. You know, it's funny because we have a childish sense of humor, and it apparently rubs off on the sheriff when I shouldn't have even said rubs off.
Rub it.
God, you can't say that
Clean it
either.
up. Clean it
Several
up.
words that should not be.
Got a good Catholic kid sitting here. Clean it up.
It was a simple question.
So good idea.
Is the whole show going to be on tacos?
Yes.
No, we're going to get off this question as soon as we possibly can. We have actual important things to talk about today. This is a serious day.
Yes.
Gosh. I am going to answer this question by saying Mojo's Tacos, which offers hard and soft tacos at the same time.
Boom, second that.
Yep.
Love it.
Combo.
Yep. That's how they do their tacos. It's a hard shell wrapped in a soft shell.
Second that.
Yep.
Okay. You going the same way?
Same way. Mojo's all the way.
Yep.
All right. So, Sheriff.
Sheriff.
I've always been that guy. I do one of each. I don't know. I just kind of like one of each. So I always order one soft and one hard of the tacos. I love it
Have
that
you
way.
not had Mojo's tacos?
I have before.
Well,
But I
they're
always,
combined.
Yeah. I don't do it combined because then I lose the ability to have two. I'm a big guy. I'm a big guy.
Wow. Interesting.
I got to feed a big guy.
Ooh.
One of each.
All right.
Yeah. And I like most, but I do lean towards I like the Doritos ones with a little bit of flavor in the shell.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll tell you this. When I make tacos at home, I do the kind that stand up on their own.
Mhm.
You know, so you can just load it up.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm a hard taco guy.
Do you have a fancy taco stand? Like
know
one of
darn
those
well he
things
does.
where you...
No,
Yes, he
that's
does.
why I get the
Yes,
ones.
you do.
No, I don't. That's why I have the ones that stand up. You know, I don't. I don't
Okay.
have. I
A
don't
taco
have
stands up all by itself.
Yeah, the taco.
So it's a
stands
squared
It's
bottom?
a little
It's very
square
big.
bottom.
Oh
It's very
my
big.
goodness.
It is, and I'm telling you right now, when you load it up, it stays in place. It's the way to go.
The house of Troy is a different world. I love it.
Really,
is.
truly
It's
is.
totally different
Yeah,
world.
yeah.
Yeah. Most people can't handle it.
I
You
can
gotta
rock.
have a warrant for that.
I can rock some tacos.
He's
Not gonna
kind of
lie.
the special one that can, though.
Yeah.
By the grace of
That's
God.
right.
We
That's
love
right.
Poor Blake.
Yeah, just like let you know, I can rock some tacos.
Poor Blake.
Good question.
Does Rick answer anymore? Is he actually out of that?
No, they leave me out now. I messed the whole show up.
I don't blame them. That was a big screw up. He just lost his follower base by 20.
No, we gained 4, so we're okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Sons of a gun.
It's time for a quick check of the weather, Troy.
Oh, Rick
Breezy
doesn't
and
answer.
rainy.
All right, that quick check of the weather brought to you by Great Expectations Realty at Auction. They can sell your home, your business, and everything in it. Check them out at geauction.com and gerealty.us. We now go to Rick for the traffic report. Rick?
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Well, I won't end the show right now, but yeah, traffic's good. No
Okay.
reported accidents except in here in the booth this morning.
And not in your pants.
No.
Oh, that's
good.
nice.
Yeah,
that's
that's
something
good.
you can
My
depend
question
on.
of the day is a little bit different than your hard or soft over here. So.
What are we doing here?
I don't know.
What are
Yeah.
we doing
We
here?
got crime to talk about.
We do.
Let's do it.
All right, man. Thank you very much, Rick. That comes to us from Lace Med Spa. They specialize in providing their clients with a wide range of luxurious spa treatments and advanced medical aesthetic procedures. Hydrofacials, Botox, dermal fillers, laser treatments, and a whole lot more. And if you use Davey's name and you're a first-time client, you get $100 off your first services. Check them out at eatlace.com. All right, Sheriff, thank you very much for being with us this morning and having some fun with us. I know you got very important things to do with the storm approaching, so we do appreciate your time,
Yeah,
sir.
thank you.
What does storm prep look like? What do people need to know for this one? This one, you know, I've been watching Mike's weather page a lot, and he's very, very concerned about this. He said he's never seen a storm that could intensify like this in the manner that it may be able to intensify here. So what are you guys doing at St. Johns County to make sure we're ready?
Sure. First of all, I just got to thank you for allowing me. First of all, you all been a friend of mine for a long time, so I can come here and be myself every now and then. But also, too, we got to get back in uniform, also, and talk about the important things like this. And sometimes we underprepare. And as we talked about before we got on the show today, I hate to do the old, remember Michael, remember Irma, remember all these other names we've had out there, because every storm stands on its own 2 feet. However, let's go back and talk about Hurricane Michael that hit Bay County, hit the Panhandle not too long ago. That thing was riding offshore to Cat 2, Cat 3. People were kind of taking a little bit of leniency toward it. It hit landfall at a Cat 5. It picked up that quick in the Gulf.
Yeah.
And you remember this. It destroyed Panama City. Mexico Beach was literally leveled.
Yeah.
So we take these storms and, and we're just very critical. We've been preparing at the St. Johns County Sheriff's Office for the last 5 days where we have our incident management team set up, ready to go. Because sometimes it's not just wind and water damage. We got a lot of water just sitting in the ground. It's just right that the aquifer is full, which means it makes the top layers of our sand and our soil and our dunes very susceptible to trees falling and, power lines and poles and stuff like that. So we've done a lot of repairing. The good thing in St. Johns County, it feels like, and all of you have been here a long, long time, I don't remember us being this active, but the last 10 years, we've been very active with hurricanes here.
Yeah.
And I remind people that aren't from the beautiful state of Florida that we can't take these things lightly, because we train and we train and we train, meaning that you prepare your personal lives, your personal property, your families, but we never know what's going to happen until it actually makes landfall. So again, we put that message out. We have a great relationship, of course, with St. Johns County Fire and Rescue. The EOC is phenomenal with the county. So we try to put that message out there. As you know, schools are closed today. It makes it easier for us. A lot of people are off the roads today, but I think tonight, of course, whether we get no rain or not, it doesn't matter. The ground is wet. And the simple fact that consistent winds that are sustained in St. Johns County could cause some significant damage. So again, we just prepare. We have people like you that put the message out for us. We're not afraid, of course, to open those call centers, those phone calls, and take those and get people prepared. We got to identify, of course, we flood, as you know, in St. Johns County on a nor'easter, on a high tide.
Yeah.
So we're always prepared for flooding here. And the flooding is so unpredictable in St. Johns County. Is it on the river? Is it Flagler Estates? We know it's downtown St. Augustine. We know it's the islands. Again, so I think we're properly prepared again, but we never know until these storms make landfall. But then we have our brothers and sisters and family members in these surrounding counties that we know it's going to impact part of Florida. The Big Bend area is kind of where it's going to make landfall, and everybody's like, oh, it's really not a whole lot of, it's not inhabited, very well over there. Well, it is. There's still people that live in that area, but once it makes landfall, it's heading straight towards Tallahassee, which, on a regular day is 300,000 people just in that county alone. So I think we're properly prepared. This county listens to us. They stay off the roads. I think we do great things here. So in St. Johns County, we have plussed up law enforcement. Not that we really need to, because with technology-based policing, we can still watch the county per se. So again, we ask you to stay off the roads tonight when this thing hits, because we don't know what it's going to do until it actually makes landfall and we see it go by.
Do you see an influx of people out west coming here to kind of evac? And do we have enough resources to support that influx of people?
Yeah, absolutely. So what we're seeing, of course, is our hotels, our condos, our Airbnbs are getting full. That's pretty normal. But typical Floridians, we wait to the last minute going, where's it going to go? Where's it going to go?
Right.
Because we watch those spaghetti models and everybody's kind of like, okay, we're in the cone somewhere. Do we go east? Do we go west? Do we go south? Where do we go? And I think we all know this from, was it Matthew where it crisscrossed the state? We evacuated out of here. We closed our islands. We all went west. Next thing you know, the hurricane went up.
Just followed you.
Remember, followed us and came back across. I don't think it was Matthew. I think it was Irma. But anyways, but with that being said, again, I think everybody waits to the last minute to make hotel reservations. So again, we ask people just to stay off the roads. Let's make it easy for these people.
This model is as tight as I've ever seen it.
And moving quick, too.
But and we also have to remember it's not just the center of the model that is going to impact people. This thing has massive bands, and these bands are already generating tornadoes. Just because we're not in the direct path does not mean we can't experience some very, very severe and very life-threatening weather.
Completely agree. Just a few weeks ago, of course, Hurricane Debbie, Tropical Storm Debbie actually came through here, and people are like, well, we only got 4 inches of water. Well, for you in certain parts of the county, that's not a whole lot, but other parts of the county, 4 inches of rain is a lot of water.
Yeah.
And you put that with a high tide, a king tide, a full moon downtown that already floods. I mean, so we just ask people to, just stay in the house, of course, until the storm goes over tomorrow. We can pick up the pieces and see what the rest of the state of Florida looks like. And we ask you to, of course, pay attention to what the needs are of the rest of the state of Florida, because it's going to hit a very a poorer area, I should say, of the state of Florida over there, with those smaller counties that just don't have a lot of infrastructure. So again, we'll survive it, but there's another couple storms brewing out there near Africa. So hurricane season is not over with. I think you all know this. I don't remember back in the day going into November, and now it seems like for us, November's normal for us now. It was like August, it's July, August, September, like, okay, you're on the edge of your seat, you're waiting for it. And now over the years, it was, okay, it's not July anymore, it's August, September. Now it's September, October, November. So again, this is the season's not over with, and of course we want to get these kids back in normalcy too as well, get them back into school. But good decision by the county to close those schools and get these buses and kids off the streets for the next day. So it's good decisions. Yes, sir.
Speaking about getting off the road, can you remind us when bridges will close, if they do close in St. Johns County, for people who are making their last minute prep, getting their family together and things like that? Because once sustained wind hits a certain mile per hour, you guys are closing all the bridges, right?
Yeah, so I'm going to leave out the Bridge Alliance because it's a strange anomaly with the Bridge Alliance, because really the U.S. Coast Guard kind of has the say over that bridge with the Florida Department of Transportation. It's kind of a weird anomaly because it's a drawbridge. So it's a little bit more because that bridge can actually shift and expand and separate where the locking devices cannot be locked. So I'm kind of speaking not out of my expertise, just speaking from what's happened over the years. The Bridge Alliance kind of closes on its own, and you'll see Coast Guard, of course, just make it unsafe for the locking mechanisms, which coincides with the 206 bridge too as well. So I will tell you this as your sheriff, it's got to be sustained winds of, I believe it's 40 miles per hour on the top of my head.
30 above 39.
I think so we just use that common thing of 40 on there. So now with the actual devices that are on the bridge, we can actually see the measurements ourselves. Over the years, we learned when I was your police chief at the St. Augustine Beach, where we closed those bridges and closed the islands, if you remember, 2 years in a row. It's difficult to get them back open again. Well, we've gotten a lot smarter. Since I became your sheriff now, we have a Florida Department of Transportation representative here in the area. Usually we stick him in a hotel, he or she, and that way we can get the bridges open a lot quicker, once they can get a quick inspection of them. So like I said, as your sheriff, I'm not a knee-jerk reaction. Let's close the bridges. You look at the definition of sustained winds. It's very subjective, argumentative. I will tell you this, that we have operations to run for us, and we have a community to protect and serve where their livelihoods are on these islands and out of the barrier islands. So again, I'm very, usually the decision falls on me, but it's not individually me or just me by myself. It's a team decision by me, the Emergency Operations Center, the county, and of course, Florida Department of Transportation. So sustained winds, it's got to be sustained. And of course, now with the Charles Usina, or the Usina Bridge, of course, over the Intercoastal Waterway in Volano too as well. The old bridge back in the day, that was another dynamics with the drawbridge.
Sketchy bridge.
It was scary when there was no wind.
Seriously, you all remember this as growing up. That thing was sketchy. But anyway, so we honestly we take a 30,000-foot view at closing the bridges because it really hurts operations in St. Johns County for all of us, including first responders.
But I will tell you, as this is personal to me. When those winds get high, man, you don't want to be driving on those bridges. I mean, it is very, very dangerous to drive on those bridges.
I have to agree.
I'll never do it again.
And I think you remember too over the years, like, why aren't you putting deputy sheriffs on the bridge and stop people? Think of what you just said, by the way. So you want me to stick my deputy sheriffs on the bridge when you shouldn't be be out driving at all. We're warning you to stay off the bridges.
Yeah, that doesn't make any
Remember the
sense.
years where the National Guard was stopping us?
Yeah, remember that?
Oh, yeah.
That was scary.
Yeah, and then we're thinking to ourselves, wait, we're putting soldiers out there, even better. Put a soldier on a bridge where sustained winds. Back then it was 50, 55, 60 miles an hour sustained winds. We drove over there for a down power line that was a car that was stuck down near Tropical Way. And I drove over myself with my assistant chief at the time, which was Lee Ashlock. And we drove over that bridge in a Tahoe. And I'm telling you right now, not much scares me.
Right.
It was
Yeah.
rocking on there.
Man.
My Hummer slid across a lane.
Yeah.
When I saw you doing that, I was like, "What?" I waited until you got home and safe before I yelled it.
Yeah.
Everyone went into mom and dad mode on
I think that's the only time I really got on to Pete about it. It was like, that was dumb.
That was stupid. That was
I will tell you this though, if we do close the bridges, I'm going to warn this county, if you're new to this area, you will not move around our county because we do not put up with and tolerate theft. These are people's livelihoods and life savings. We have been, by the grace of God, because of our proactive and aggressive policing, we will not tolerate this. We will stop you, pull you over, and hold you accountable for your actions. So just stay in your house, and that way we can take care of your belongings and your property.
Yeah. Good advice. Thank you very much, Sheriff.
Yes.
Hey, I want to talk about something that happened yesterday. A lot of parents were concerned. I started getting phone calls somewhere around 3:30.
Yep.
About a large police presence at St. Augustine High School. People didn't know what was going on.
Sure.
When I looked into it a little further, it seems like there was a big fight at the bus loop.
Sure.
And this seemed like it involved a lot of students. And the concerning thing to me was watching the videos that people that sent me, and we didn't put them out because obviously there's kids in these videos, right? But these young people who were fighting, zero respect for the adults. I mean, the adults were trying to break this up, and these kids were hitting the adults.
Yes.
The staff that worked at the school.
Yep.
What is you guys' response to this like? And you guys were alerted by this new system that you guys have where teachers can press on the cards, correct?
Yep. Syntegics. Yep. Yeah. So, yesterday, this actually happened just before 3 o'clock, or right around 3 o'clock, because people were asking why was it so early? Because remember, it's early release on Wednesdays. So everything gets out roughly an hour early. So instead of 4 o'clock release, it's 3 o'clock release. The bus loop there at the St. Augustine High School, of course, is right outside the doors of the main hallways of St. Augustine High. The fight kind of initiated right in the area of the bus loop and kind of the exit of the main hallway of the doors there. Syntegics was immediately alerted to the St. Johns County Sheriff's Office. I'll remind you, this is our second year of Syntegics in full place. And this was the same system used in Georgia, which probably saved a lot of lives recently, the mass shooting up there in Georgia. Anyway, Syntegics was pushed by one of the staff members of the St. Augustine High School, and that Syntegics goes silently into the St. Johns County Sheriff's Office and Real-Time Intelligence Center. At that time, as soon as Syntegics is activated, it shows us exactly the GPS location of the employee that actually pushed this into Syntegics, silently, of course, and then it also tells where that employee is at and which employee pushed the button. Our Real-Time Intelligence Center immediately took over the cameras of the St. Augustine High School, and you can't stop this response, by the way. So as soon as Syntegics is pushed and our cameras are turned on, you see, I'm going to call it melees, but probably not the correct word, but a fray going on, basically. We know immediately that it's all hands on deck response level. So you kind of can't stop the response. So that includes our air unit, our drone unit, our motor unit was out there doing traffic control at other areas of the county, and then our deputy sheriffs that are actually assigned to the road. So I heard on the radio from a supervisor saying, hey, stop the response. We got enough here. I want to say there were upwards of 20 deputy sheriffs there within around a minute time frame, which is exactly what we want. Just to be clear here, there were no weapons that we know of at the time.
Right.
However, one of our deputy sheriffs who actually works out there, which is Pedro Ramos, he's done a great job at that school, and he's a very in-shape man who's been doing this a long, long time. But when you got a deputy sheriff who gets on the radio like that saying, St. John, send me back up immediately, they were already coming. I'm not sure he would know that Syntegics was pushed because he didn't have time to look at his cell phone and figure out why Syntegics. They're already working the bus loop. They're already out of their offices, per se, in certain areas of the school trying to prevent things like that. But I had a lot of parents reach out to me last night. First of all, they were pleased with the response of the St. Johns County Sheriff's Office. I'm not pleased with the response of the parents and the kids, the way they were acting yesterday. It was all females involved in this fight between each other. It was not a little bit of clarification here. This was not the kids against the staff. This was the kids against each other, with the staff trying to intervene and the kids disrespecting the staff, including our deputy sheriffs. I'm not going to tolerate this garbage. I know most of these families involved in this, and we will have a face-to-face meeting. We have not reviewed the body-worn cameras of our deputy sheriffs, but all we do is watch the video from the school. That was in our real-time. Lots of cell phone videos out there. And it got out of hand quickly. And as you see, our deputy sheriff on some of these videos, it was on the ground holding 2 females down, or another female is pulling the hair of one of the females. And then this is my thing too. You got staff in the school that can't put their hands on anybody. They're got their hands out like
you
this.
You see them very good about doing that.
They're getting pushed, and they got to sit there and take that.
That's
I'm telling you,
sad.
we're not going to tolerate this garbage in St. Johns County. It's not necessary. You want to fight and cause a fray, do it in your house. Don't do it in a school where other kids are trying to get their education, and these underpaid staff members and teachers are there trying to keep you from harming each other, and you disrespect them. It's
and they have
uncalled
no
for.
ability to
Can't
retaliate.
do nothing.
No ability. They could do nothing.
But I will tell you this,
and they
my
were
dad-
very good from the
They did
videos that
great.
I saw. They didn't put their hands on anybody. It was
me
they were
neither.
just blocking doorways. They were getting in front of students.
Trying to
but they
stop
were taking
taking
They were
shots.
taking hits from
Taking
it.
shots.
So what kind of consequences are we talking here? I know that you can only speak kind of, openly, but I mean, there's also been like the school shootings and things, or the reports of bomb threats and things like that are happening. And I keep hearing the word consequences.
Right.
But these kids are under 18. That's going to get expunged and kind of, no? Can you clarify that a little bit?
No, I'm shaking my head a little bit in disgust, Davey, actually. Last night I actually just tuned through my jail brief. One of the juveniles was actually transported to juvenile justice. So I got to kind of weed through what the charges are, but you had, 8 total arrests. 7 were released to a parent later on in the evening or early morning this morning. And then 1 was actually transported down to the juvenile justice facility down in Volusia County, which is where we usually hold them. So she will go to first appearance this morning in front of a judge in Volusia County, and that judge can hold her up to 21 days based on the scoring system. So this is one of those things, where we got a lot to do. So we made an arrest yesterday, of course, based on the information we had, but now we can kind of sit down. It's still an active investigation. We got to go through some videos, because I can probably guarantee you there's some additional charges coming out. And we understand that these school staff, they're such heroes, for goodness sakes. I mean, they put up with this garbage, and they want to go back to school and go, listen, we get it. We understand you had to fight. You're pushing, you're shoving us, you're hitting and pushing us. But we're going to, as a sheriff's office, have to say, okay, you can say what you want to school staff, you're heroes, but we have to hold people accountable for their actions too as well. So our investigative team, our threat assessment deputies will actually look through the videos. There's a lot of videos to look through. The good things, they're out of school today. So we kind of get a little bit of a time frame today to kind of do some homework on this case. But there's some additional charges that will be forthcoming on this case. And the points add up, Davey, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Back in my day, you knew there was going to be a fight at the bike rack. There was going to be a fight at the bike rack, and that's
where no one's around.
And everybody went to the bike rack. And, the people that were involved. Okay, Johnny's going to be fighting Pete.
Yes.
We got this. And it was always Johnny against Pete. It was maybe one other would spare off. But was this? Can you say, was this an attack, or was this one of those situations where they're like, oh, these two are going to face off, and it was
like premeditated attack or something?
So this was a kind of a neighborhood dispute per se, or a community dispute going on between a couple different groups of girls per se, and it was kind of coming to a head. Whether we knew it or not, probably not. Because there's beefs in school everywhere. It's not just St. Augustine High; it's every single school in America.
Of course.
And that being said, so again, some intel stuff really didn't alert us to that, because some of the stuff goes on probably in the neighborhoods we never know about it. So with that, again, we got a lot of homework to do, but just a little pissed off, I'll be honest with you, that it occurred on school property, and a little pissed off that, of course, disrespect to the staff at St. Augustine High School that work so hard to give these kids their education and have great rapport with these kids too as well. And I'll be honest with you, I just made a comment the other day to one of my deputy sheriffs. I was like, St. Augustine High is my lowest maintenance school, and then this stupid thing erupts.
Of course, yeah.
So, but anyways, with that being said,
this is how we lose great teachers too.
You're darn right you do. Who wants to teach in there for 30, 40 grand a year?
Yeah, when you feel like you're not respected by the people you're trying to give your best for.
Yes, sir.
And this is how you lose great teachers.
And I think you all know this too as well. St. Augustine High is still the homegrown school, meaning that a lot of those teachers are local. Been here a long, long time. A lot of those families that go to that school are local. We grew up together. I coached them. So just a little bit of disappointment of how it went down. That's all. And I'm not saying we don't have fights everywhere else. I'm not saying that school's any worse anywhere else. I'm just a little upset of how it went down, the disrespect for these teachers that get paid peanuts, and then they're out there with their hands out and took it like champs. And we got to hold these kids accountable for their actions.
So what do you have to say? What's your comment on where some of these kids are doing showboating, like getting arrested is a part of their media presence, their public image. They want this action for the attention. What do you have to say to that?
The the good thing is I have a great relationship with the Juvenile Justice Secretary, Eric Hall. He's a phenomenal man. He gets it, he understands it through the educational piece of it. But also, too, we've got to step up and do something different. And
take their social media away.
I have to agree with you. I just told a mom this morning in Dunkin' Donuts, I was grabbing my cup of coffee, and she said, what am I going to do with my 14-year-old daughter? I said, does she have this? You need to take it away.
Get rid of it.
She goes, well, she gets on the TV and logs on TV. I said, you can shut that down through parental controls. Shut it down.
Yeah.
Take the cable box with you. We've got to control these kids better. This is evil, and this is a pride thing, by the way. So this is their championship belt, meaning that they put out what they did on this, and the more likes you get. By the way, if you get a bunch of TikTok likes and these social media platform likes, you get a check in the mail.
Yeah.
It's the most ridiculous thing we got to do. So there's some cleaning up we have to do at the legislative level, but we got to go back and we have to see how we're going to adjust this and fix this. And then you say, well, hold the parents accountable. Listen, I know a lot of these families, they're phenomenal families that are involved on the home front of this. You can't control the actions of the kids in school. If they're going to fight, they're going to fight. They just picked a bad place to do it. But I don't like the showboating thing too as well. So we got to come up with a better plan. And this is America-wide. This isn't just St. Johns County, Florida, because we probably have a third or maybe a tenth of what they have across America going on here that they have going other places. So it's a think tank, Davey, that we got to think together as parents and not just as cops. Everybody likes to say, let the cops handle it. No, it's not all about the cops handling it, because we don't have a juvenile jail here. We just lock them up, throw away the key, and then they come out worse than what they came in as.
Well, that's why you guys are working with the Bailey family, with the iGuardian program. I think it's important for parents to know that this is, we're going to talk about it with them next week, but it's a great program for people to learn the cadence of online. It's not just you sign on and ready, set, go.
Totally agree.
You've got to understand how to surf out there. Otherwise, you're going to get under with the current. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what we're going to do with these social media platforms. You know, we keep saying we're going to hold them accountable. We're going to hold them accountable. We're not holding them accountable. These kids, if they get rid of one social media platform, they make another one, create another one. And they're just making money off our children. And you're right, they do showboat, and this is kind of a trophy thing on there with these. I'm not saying these a particular fight, but it's the common that this is like a showboating championship thing kind of thing going on. So we got a lot of work to do. But we got to hold these kids accountable. I think we're going to meet with the families. I know these families very well, and I know these families well enough to know they're going to hold their kids accountable too as well. But you can't have a leash on them 24/7 per se. You know,
right?
So anyway.
All right. Well, hey, we're going to get to some good news here in a second.
Gas prices.
That's well, it'll be after gas prices. The gas prices.
Okay. He's talking about us pitting cars.
Yeah. Let us know where you are seeing the best gas prices around town in the comments. We would appreciate it. A1A Discount Beverage looks like they're still at the top of the list, around $2.79. We got the Shell at Ponce de Leon Boulevard, 2350 North Ponce, $2.93 as well. Same with 146 King Street, $2.93. I got to tell you, you got to add about 5 cents to all of these prices because they haven't been updated in about 24 hours. And I'm seeing a lot of them have gone up this morning.
A margin of error.
Yeah, there is a margin of error here on this one for sure. Just, you're looking to pay around $3 for gas this morning. Gas Buddy Gas Report comes to us from Chris Lucero, bail bonds. If you go to jail, had to spend time at the Hardwick Hotel, Chris Lucero will get you out. He's available 24/7 to provide fast and reliable bail services, making sure you and your loved one can get out of jail and back to your life as soon as possible. His number, 904-822-BAIL. That's 904-822-2245. Got some live music happening today and tonight. Jim Lamb at the Milltop Tavern at noon. Zaza Flamenca, Bin 39, 1 o'clock. Tony Scazzaro at the La Cocina at the cellar upstairs, 1 o'clock. Josh Tennessee Worthy at Pierre's Pub at 1. Smoke and Joe Shower at the Backyard Island Cafe at Meehan's at 1. West Register at Bin 39 at 4. Caleb Joy, Marsh Creek Country Club at 4. And everything after that, I don't know if they're going to make it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if they're going to be doing that tonight.
I know if West Register is playing, he made a post. He is playing, so he does not care. Yes, he will be there.
After 5 o'clock might get sketchy.
Yeah.
You probably don't want to play to go out for live music tonight.
West will play.
Especially at an outdoor venue.
Yeah. But live music mic check comes to us from Griffin Service because they understand that choosing the right company when you need AC, plumbing, or electrical services is a big decision. And they help hundreds of local families just like you every week getting problems fixed so that you can get back to what really matters. AC, plumbing, electrical, Griffin makes it easy. Give them a call, 904-500-2653, or visit griffinservice.com and see the Grifference. Also, our friends at Fidus Roofing, who support a lot of local charities that support local kids here in our area. Big Brothers, Big Sisters of St. Johns County, Inc., investing in kids, and the Boy Scouts, and many more. They're also always looking to grow their team and would encourage anybody to come and apply with them. Master Elite Contractors for St. Johns County. Fidus Roofing, 904-355-ROOF. All right.
They don't do pavers anymore?
I was like, oh, we were flowing. Okay, they do pavers.
And gutters.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
We were just flowing and going, and I know we're behind, so go ahead.
You can make a check out to Robert A.
Pete just kept rolling through it. So.
Cutbacks.
We've got the annual basketball game coming up. Deputies versus the Glory.
Yeah. So this is a great relationship we share, of course, with the St. Augustine Glory, which is a local pro team here in town, and they do it every year just to get that awareness out there, get our kids, of course, involved, and then also to show that relationship we share, that special relationship we share with our community here in St. Johns County. So deputy sheriffs, meaning employees of the St. Johns County Sheriff's Office, versus the Glory, October 5th at the Flagler College Gymnasium. They've been so good to be a partner of us, of course, with Flagler College. So come on out. It's a great benefit. It's a great time, actually, too. It's quite entertaining. The St. Augustine Glory, those young men are talented basketball players.
Yeah, do you have anybody this year that can keep up with those guys?
I'm not telling you.
Really?
Yeah.
I know you have family members that have very good basketball players.
I know we
Can
do.
you recruit family members?
We're trying, for goodness sakes. We're trying, but we're
It's
trying
not working?
We're also trying to be honest and do the right thing.
I have
of
some guys.
employees.
I have some guys who can deputize.
Well, I called
There
that
you
kid
go.
from St. Augustine or from University of Florida, which he's 7'8", 7'9".
Oh, he's a giant.
Yeah, 305 pounds. He said he's busy, so he couldn't come over right
John
now.
Randolph still around? Can you guys deputize
I know,
him for
where
a
is he?
day?
He's
Where
in
is-
Atlanta.
You know?
Where
Is
is
he in Atlanta?
My son's in Atlanta.
No,
That's my
okay.
other son.
Where's Preston at?
Huh?
Where's Dwayne Preston at?
Well, he's here.
Well, I need him to call me. I want you to be a volunteer and get employed right away.
Yeah, that's what
We got
that's
some
what I was
really-
saying. Well, you want to bring in Kareem? The whole Preston family.
True,
you
I
can do.
know. Well, I have his daughter here, Michaela. Where
That's
you
what
at,
I'm saying.
Michaela?
That's what I'm saying, dude.
She's undercover. But she can't come out there.
That family was a family I was directly thinking of.
Yeah. I wonder if
you
Michaela
were-
can play basketball. The whole family can play. Her dad can. Mark.
I can't
Oh,
imagine.
Mark's in town.
I can't imagine she can't play basketball.
She's
I don't know,
talented.
though.
Where's her brother
Sometimes.
Trey? He can play. Well, I'm not thinking like that. I'm thinking about being fair, Troy.
Oh, you weren't.
Think about winning.
If there's some. I shouldn't even say it. If there's some inmates out there playing with shackles on, it's just coincidental. We're trying to make it fair.
That's fine.
Because I don't want to say his name because he's a great young man, but there's an inmate in my jail right now that you guys know very, very well. He's a good kid. He can dribble. He can play some ball.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
But I don't think that'd be fair. This isn't the longest yard.
Right, okay. Fair
Listen,
enough.
he would run if I put him in front of his house going, "You're free." He's like, "No, I'm not, Sheriff. Put me back in. I'm not. Yeah, this is a trap." Yeah.
Very cool, man.
By the time one time.
What's that?
So my first year as sheriff, I'm doing a walk in the jail like I always do, and one of my staff members said we had just a serious. At the time we were putting in the brand new electrical system and the fiber optic system for our cameras and our door releases in there, and just a weird coincidence, one of our release doors outside for a fire was actually opened. These inmates, this is no joke, by the way, they'll tell you, these inmates went back to their cell, locked themselves down, and alerted our deputy sheriff saying that door just popped.
Oh,
Well, you
wow.
weren't near it.
We were, that's what they said. It was the
Yeah, right.
craziest thing I've ever
That's
seen.
awesome, though.
It's
but you-
because
yeah,
they're
but
like
you
a shotgun. Charles, like, they're
Well, you got like 30 days. You're like, back
Right,
to you.
yeah.
These
Yeah.
were not the 30 days.
Okay.
Do they want to check out of that? They don't want to check out of the hotel, apparently.
They do not want to get most of the time it's
It's
a
'cause you- with
it's a
dignity,
5-year
yeah.
mandatory if
yeah.
you get caught escaping.
Gotcha.
And most of those people are like, I can either go serve 1 year on the stupid charge I
Right,
have, or I
yeah.
can go ahead and go. The door's open. Can I? The door's open. The door's open. They went back to their cell, shut the doors, locked themselves down. And these people in there for felonies.
Yeah.
Yeah, that maybe got more time than that, but like they know the old charge, but they honestly think the old shotgun Charlie shots outside here are gonna be mow them down for goodness sake.
Yeah, God bless.
Yeah.
Jeez.
They won't get very far.
No.
But anyways,
All right.
yeah. That's
Hey,
all right.
speaking of the jail, the haunted jail coming back. You guys got a new theme this year.
Alien invasion.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Wait, so this year I walked through the other day because I walked through with some our African American community leaders wanted to see the inside, basically where Martin Luther King was actually housed back in 1964. So we walked them through, which is really nothing to see. But the new layout this year is going to be exciting and longer. So when you come through the front doors of the annex of our old jail, this year you're going to see a different layout. So don't think it's like the last 2 years. It's much longer. They have zigzagged that thing all the way through there. So alien invasion.
How scary is aliens for you guys?
It's gonna be. You know how serious they take this stuff.
I
They take
know.
it so seriously.
But I'm curious here now. Like aliens, that's a different topic.
Yeah.
than
I can tell you, I don't
Yeah.
know if you guys do this, but Rebecca and I do this. We're walking down the street and we look at someone and go, alien.
Oh my goodness! Don't blame this on Rebecca.
Hey, she dragged me down this
I
rabbit
love
hole.
that lady. Yeah, you leave her alone. She's an angel.
She knows she does it.
So 18th, 19th, 25th, 26th, 6:30 to 10, but usually we go a little bit later too, or 10:30 we go a little bit later too as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, we sold a lot of tickets, but if you walk up, the weather's always been beautiful. And I got bad news. This is probably the last year for that venue. We are taking that building down this year. We've had permission from the county. I've met with the African American community leaders. There's really nothing in there to kind of save per se. Everything we took out of there is going to be memorialized, of course, in the new museum in there. But there's not a whole lot in there because he wasn't in there very long. Martin Luther King back in 1960.
Yeah,
So this
they transported him to Jacksonville
He got out quick.
Yeah,
quick.
quick.
Actually, the only reason why he stayed longer is because he was two of the people in there with him. He waited for them to get out too as well. But he didn't stand there very long. Yeah. So again, we have, based on the pictures and stuff, we memorialize everything we can on Martin Luther King. But anyways, so this will be the last year probably. It's going to be taken down, and that will be additional parking for the St. John's. It's got to come down. It's a very old building, built in the 1950s. So yeah, 18th, 19th, 25th, 26th, 6:30 to 10:30, right here at the St. Johns County Annex. Safest place in town.
You got a busy day on the 26th, sir.
We are a little busy on the 26th.
You have Pickleball for Peace, in which you and Kendall have to make a comeback here, right?
We're good to go. We missed last week. we missed. There's no comeback, Davey. That was like week 2.
Okay.
Those cheating firefighters. Listen, this was supposed to be like an elderly group. My wife and I versus not some stud that's been practicing in Station 5. Whitehead. Some stud up there who actually been to pickleball camp in South America. This was supposed to be some fair charity thing. Let's educate the people.
Right.
But Kendall and I have been to, we got a coach, I don't want to say Anna Zurich's name, but Anna came from Poland. She works for us at the St. Johns County Sheriff's Office. We are fixing to smoke whoever wants to take us on.
Let's go. Let's do it.
I'm really talking trash. We're not that good.
No. This is for Betty Griffin House.
You didn't improve that much.
Kendall's a stud. She needs a new partner.
She can do everything.
Well, she's got a little more time to train.
Hey, you better start saying you. I didn't
I
say
know.
anything about
You're
Kendall.
very careful. I know you guys are. You guys are scared of Kendall like I am. But
That's right.
That girl can play. She can play ball. She's with the wrong partner. She needs to find somebody else.
She's amazing.
You're too good for me, Kendall. Go find somebody else.
No, she's great.
Don't worry, we all are.
I made her way out of my league, man. Holy goodness gracious. She'll figure it out one day. She'll actually get her eyes fixed and go, "Who the hell's that? The alien invasion. The alien invasion's in my house." Didn't you used to be cuter? I was very cute in St. Augustine when I was at St. Joseph Academy as a young man.
Sheriff, anything else coming up that needs to be on people's radar with you guys?
Just a lot going on. Of course, I know you watch these videos that we put out. We're trying to educate the community, on these precision immobilization techniques that we use. That's the PIT. I know we refer to it as the pursuit intervention because it makes more sense. It's a little more rational. But of course, the legal technical term is the precision immobilization technique. But this is not a game that my deputy sheriffs play. These are getting serious felons and violent people out of our community. We're not going to tolerate this garbage in St. Johns County. You run from us, as you'll see, our deputy sheriffs have this pit technique pit maneuver down to a science. And the old days of chasing, we're not trying to chase you all over St. Johns County. It's too risky. We're trying to put you, immobilize you immediately if we can, which is our new kind of our philosophy. So our men and women have this down to a science. So I recommend if you do a traffic stop, look out your rearview mirror. If it looks like they have a very specialized bumper, like a NASCAR bumper in their car, don't run from that unit. So that's and I recommend don't run from the ones without it either, because I'll pitch in a heartbeat too, and I don't have that bumper in my car. So, but again, this is on a serious note. We don't want these people in our community. They're not from here. I think they're out of Connecticut or they're one out of upstate, the northern states somewhere. Don't come to St. Johns County because your journey will end here.
Yeah. And you say you'll jump in on it too. I mean, people might be thinking you're joking. I've heard stories about you jumping in on police chases
I gotta stop
and getting in on the pit maneuvers.
I can't help myself. I love our first of all, our community is important to me, as you all know.
Yes,
but also too, my deputy sheriffs, they're special, a group of men and women, and I do anything I can to support them and back them up and support the mission, which is to keep these people, evil people, out of St. Johns County and let them know that we're not going to tolerate their garbage here.
Yeah.
So.
Well, Sheriff, thank you very much for taking some time with us today. I know it's a busy day for you guys, but we do appreciate your time, your insights, and your work here for St. Johns County. Thank you, sir.
We ask everybody to pay attention today, because it's going to change throughout the day. This thing we have seen this at this table today. This thing will change right before it makes landfall. Next thing you know, it's a Cat 5 and it's destroying part of Florida. So again, pay attention, stay alert, stay home, honestly, and this thing passes over, because even sustained winds of 20, 30, 40 miles an hour, that's a lot of wind in St. Johns County with a lot of trees that are hanging on literally by the roots. So thank you for putting that good information out there. And if you need something, of course, call me. I appreciate everybody's support, and thank you for being so good to the St. Johns County Sheriff's Office. God bless.
Yes, sir. Thank you all. Take care.
Best sheriff in the whole world, right
Sheriff
there.
Hardwick, everybody.
Yes.
Love you guys.
Always appreciate his insights, especially in situations like this.
100%.
All right, Troy, how do you want to check the comments, man?
I will be threading my way thunderously through the comments today.
All right.
boy.
As you do that, I'll remind everybody that Bates, Hewitt, and Floyd, not your average local insurance company. They provide peace of mind and insurance to protect your biggest investments. Their approach to insurance and risk, longevity in our community, and the way they treat their clients sets them apart from the rest. They offer homeowners, auto, commercial, and benefits, and they've been doing that for over 50 years. Give them a call, 904-794-5455, and schedule your appointment today. Also, our friends at B&S Signs. Everybody in this room works with B&S Signs. They are absolutely amazing. They can do things that many other sign companies can't do.
They can't.
They are the best.
Mm-hmm.
They're a full-service sign shop, permitting, fabrication, installation, maintenance, and crane services. They do it all. BNSsigns.com. What you got, Troy?
All right. So first off, happy birthday to Kizzy. I understand it's Kizzy's birthday.
Yeah.
And people are already out of hurricane snacks.
Me, yes.
Well, that's a problem.
My next chance.
That's a problem. Hi.
Hi.
What are you doing here? Why the show's taking over the show here?
You gotta get in the shot.
This is
With
our
the
new
shot right
PIO
there.
person, Taylor Lebeck. She is phenomenal, and she's going to help you get more listeners to the St. Louis County Sheriff's Office.
She's amazing.
What did you guys say?
Clip that.
Please tell me that was in.
That was it. That just happened.
Very dry. Very dry.
Laneige.
So as soon as we leave here after that,
What the hell is going on?
you lost total control right then. I don't know. Actually, I think we all did. I'm going to get my Publix hurricane cake.
Okay.
I don't like hugs. You know how pissed I am right now?
Oh, I know.